Hi, I'm Dave Brown with Fence Post Learning. Here's a little bit about defining our roles so the kids can thrive in our programs. All kids should be in programs that are structured to meet their needs. With the sharp decline in kids' mental health in the last decade or so, youth development professionals find ourselves responding to more intense levels of struggle in the kids that we serve. Youth-serving organizations can address this in multiple ways, but one of the first steps is for programs to define the services they provide and clearly communicate that, so kids don't end up in a program that isn't prepared to support their needs. Part of this process is understanding the difference between therapy and what might be called a non-clinical level of support, which is what most youth programs offer. Therapy involves a defined process of intake, assessment, planning, treatment, and eventually termination of the therapeutic relationship. It requires informed consent, discussions of benefits, risks, and the parameters around confidentiality that define the relationship between the client and the treatment professional. Milieu treatment programs aim to offer therapeutic environments with staff trained to respond in coordinated and consistent ways to behavior of participants, which may range from mild levels of distress to intense, even violent outbursts. Most youth programs aren't structured to offer these services. Most youth programs train staff to support kids through mild to moderate levels of distress. Examples may include missing home or caregivers, interpersonal conflicts with peers, or feelings of anxiety, sadness, or fear that make it difficult to participate in activities. Staff should be trained to support kids through these experiences because the process of overcoming these obstacles results in real growth, both in skill development and the resulting increase in confidence and independence. Clearly defining the services your program offers benefits everyone, the kids, their parents, and the staff. We need to define our roles as leaders, the staff's role as primary supports for the children within the environment, and the parents' role as the decision makers about the program that's the best fit for their child. It's important to note, however, that mental health needs are dynamic. So just because we do a better job of setting boundaries and defining roles doesn't mean that all of this struggle will go away. For example, a child or a staff member who may have been the right fit for a program when they signed up or got hired in the spring may not be when summer rolls around. And certainly, as we've all seen, mental health can improve or decline during the program, depending on any number of different factors that influence our well-being. That's why best practice includes both prevention and intervention. Doing what we can before kids and staff arrive to our program to make sure that it's the best fit for them, and preparing the staff to support the kids within their skill set and their role. We need to set expectations and then follow through. Here are some suggestions for possible language around setting expectations and defining boundaries. Each situation and program is different, and the information provided is for general guidance only. It's strongly suggested that you consult with the appropriate professional advisor, whether medical, behavioral, legal, or otherwise, as the specific facts will dictate how you should proceed in any given situation. Here's some example language. Our program is supportive and resource-rich, but it's not therapeutic, unless, of course, your program is therapeutic. Our program is a powerfully positive environment for people because it naturally provides many different coping mechanisms. These are resources, sometimes called protective factors, that support our well-being while offsetting stressors, which are sometimes called risk factors. Stressors can be thought of as any factors, biological, psychological, social, environmental, or anything that weigh us down. Our program includes plenty of stressors for kids, such as being away from home or family, unfamiliar food and activities, and social situations. That's also what helps kids build critical social emotional learning skills, as long as their stress levels stay below the panic zone. We train our staff to be role models who develop authentic connections with campers and support them moment to moment. We encourage them beyond their comfort zone into the challenge zone, but also prevent them from going beyond the challenge zone into the panic zone. The panic zone is triggered when kids feel unsafe. And for children, safety is experienced most vividly through relationships with caregivers. We train staff to build these professional relationships with campers as a means to get them into that challenge zone for the most powerful learning experiences.